I've been hearing a lot about Worcester State and their new curriculum, the LASC. I wonder if I could find out more.
One nice thing about our new Gen Ed curriculum, LASC, is that it coincides really nicely with the American Association of College and Universities LEAP initiative. LEAP stands for Liberal Education in America's Promise, and it really looks at the value of a liberal education. And I think especially today, where you have a lot of outside pressure to have people who are very specifically trained in one thing, that we really need to buck that trend.
Work on revision of the general education curriculum started with our last president, Kalyan Ghosh. And that started as a working group of faculty who were reading literature on liberal education. And they continued that work in during the past 5 years, and finally came up with this new program that we're implementing this year. Courses will be interdisciplinary, they'll be thematic, they will be focused on these overarching goals of a liberal education. Students will complete courses in 8 content areas: quantitative reasoning, they'll have scientific experiences, global perspectives, the U.S. and its role in the world, personal and community responsibility, creative expression, writing, and constitutions.
So what exactly are the goals of the LASC?
If you only are narrowly trained, as for an example an economist, my own discipline, then I may view a problem in a very narrow way. But when my training as an economist is couched in context of a liberal education, I think you view problems in a more imaginative way.
What it gives to you as a person, to learn how to read literature, to learn how to appreciate art, to learn what are the components of a cell in biology, what are the particles that make up the universe. All of those things open your mind and help you have a fuller life.
They may be going in to study in my discipline, which is theater, but they're also going to have to take courses in art, and they have to take courses in music. And what that does is it not only broadens them, but it strengthens them within their own field. And I think that that's what LASC in the end is going to do for everybody.
So how is this an improvement over the previous system?
A student could, if they're well advised and they're paying attention early on, pick a series of LASC courses, all of which satisfy their requirements but support their major. So you could almost look at Gen Ed as a minor that's ancillary, that supports the major.
In our department, we have a course called Physics and Art. This is an example of a connection between 2 disciplines which is not traditionally made.
In an example of X-ray imaging, one of the conservators showed us an iconic self-portrait of Van Gogh, which is visible in the colored layer of oil paint seen on the left. On the right side is the X-ray image of the same painting. When you look at the X-ray image with the same orientation as the oil painting, it's difficult to see what's underneath. It looks like a sort of jumbled black and white image. But if the X-ray image is rotated upside down, if you turn it upside down, it's quite clear that underneath the self-portrait was a prior painting of a woman at a spinning wheel. And this shows very clearly that Van Gogh reused this particular canvas.
One of our math professors took what's a pretty usual, ordinary statistics class and she reworked it so that the topic of all of the statistics was social justice. So now students are going to be able to get a mathematics class that really talks about social research and social justice and gives them something to apply it to.
So I wonder how that's going to work in regards to my classes.
I also took a leadership class, which was kind of an elective, but I decided to take it, and I said this would definitely benefit me somewhere down the road in the future. You don't want to just say you go into a field of business, you don't want to just stay at the bottom level. So to work your way up the ladder, you're also going to need leadership skills, and it's pretty important and vital in my eyes that to have these leadership skills, you need to understand how people operate and how to lead them, bring people where they ought to be in the business environment, and this class really helped me with that.
It gives you like a well-rounded education, so you're focused not only on your major, but also other aspects of life that can help you in your major. So, for example, I had to take an art class that I was totally dreading, and it actually gave me a lot of ideas to use in therapy when I become a speech therapist. So I was really happy that I had to take that class.
While being a business major, I have to deal with people a lot, and I feel that the gen eds helped me be a more rounded person. Like, I took a lot of communications classes, which helped communicate with other people, which I have to do because I don't really know what I'm going to do for business. And I took some sociology classes, which helps with people, so I think it gives me a better understanding of just life in general.
This new program of liberal arts and sciences is the culmination of a process that owes its achievement to the spirited cooperation of our faculty, our staff, and administrators. It is a fine example of the deep investment we have made to your educational opportunities. We offer it to you fully hopeful that you will embrace its prospects for enlarging your sense of self, of your place in a world among others, and of a life lived with intelligence, honesty, compassion, and consequences. Over the years, our college has responded to the demands and the opportunities of the times and accommodated change. As students now and graduates later, you can take pleasure and pride in a college that will not stand still, a college that even as you do, will mature with meaning. My wish for each of you is that your Worcester State College education will have a lasting effect, and the college will remain in your mind and heart forever.